Your home is sad, and this is why. Yeah, you have a sad home, or maybe you come home from a day of work and your house isn't really making you feel better. Because I feel like that is your one area that you should be able to come back to after a long day of work, or I don't know, just a space that you feel good in is important. And if you don't have that, it can make you more sad. Having a home that you feel really comfortable in, that you love to be in, is so important for your mental health. So I wanted to talk about your sad home and ways to make it feel less sad, or the reasons that it's feeling sad, so that you can pinpoint this and make some changes. And I guarantee, well, I can't really guarantee, I guess, but I can almost guarantee that you will feel better. If your home isn't sad, you might not feel sad. It's very important. So, yeah, here is why your home is sad and what you can do about it. You don't like your furniture. I feel like that is one of the main reasons people don't love the way their home looks, is that they don't love their furniture. Because you could live in a white box or just a general house or a place with no architecture or unique features, and that won't affect you as much as if you had a terrible sofa that you really want to get rid of, but maybe you can't afford a new sofa at the time, or just furniture in general that you don't love. There are ways to spruce that up without spending a ton of money or having to get new furniture. And one of my main suggestions for if you don't love your sofa is to drape a blanket over the back of it. My friend Kate, as you all know, has a sofa that she's had for years that's really cool. It's a great sofa, but the fabric is so worn out. She basically needs to get it reupholstered. But when I was over there last, I was like, what if we just draped a giant blanket over the back of the sofa, and it basically transformed the entire thing and made the sofa look more new and inviting. So I would suggest draping a really cool blanket over the back of your sofa if you don't want to buy a new sofa. And that also goes for coffee tables. If you don't love your coffee table, try adding a ton of books to your coffee table. Decorate it so that you like it. Take furniture pieces and kind of cover them so that you like the piece. Add pillows, add books, add tchotchkes. I don't really like that word, tchotchkes. But taking furniture pieces that you already own and making them more likable. And I think you will be surprised at how much this will help your space and your mood. I don't think you all understand, or maybe you do, how much your home and the way it feels and the way it looks can affect your mental health. It's pretty crazy. So taking those small steps will really, really help you mentally. Not really, I guess not really physically, mentally. Another reason your house is sad, your sad home, is because you don't rearrange your furniture. I rearrange my stuff, whether it's furniture or art or just things around my home, probably every 3 months. I switch a lamp from one room to the other, or I'll just redo my mantle, or I'll redo how my coffee table is arranged, or I'll switch some pillows out. You have to rearrange your furniture. It does something to your brain that makes you feel like you're in a new space in a way without having to buy or do anything. So if your home is feeling a little sad and outdated, try, switching the sofa with the chairs, or try a different layout. For me, when I lived in my Chicago place, I was constantly redoing areas in my home, switching things in and out, even taking framed pieces of art and switching the art with something new. I even had a few frames of art that were just pieces from a magazine or a book that I threw in the frame, so it wasn't important stuff, and I would take that out every few months and replace it with something new that is from an art book, or I would just rip it out of whatever it is I had and throw it in there, and it boosted my mood. Not kidding. Maybe that's just me, but I got serotonin and I was high, the interior design high that we always speak of, you know? These are things I do every single day because it boosts my mood and I get more things done and I feel more productive. One, I open every single blind and curtain in my house. Every single one. There's not one that is left shut because I need all light at all times. If it's a nice day out, I have the windows open. That is important, having fresh air. Another thing I do every single day, without a doubt, is play music. I wake up in the morning and I have music on immediately. Immediately. It is so helpful for getting energy to get out of bed, to get moving in your day. I put on some music, I open up my blinds, I open up my windows, and it is so helpful. I grew up in a household that played a lot of music. My dad would play Mozart on Sunday mornings. I don't think you have to play Mozart, but I play this general Spotify playlist called like Jazzy Mornings. Sometimes I don't want my own music playing. I just want background feel good music. So play some Jazzy Mornings, put on some jazz and open up your blinds. It's very helpful. Oh, and also make your bed. Make your bed every single day. I don't go a single day, except maybe like Sundays or if I'm hungover or something. Well, I honestly, no, I still make my bed. I make my bed every single day. It makes the room feel better. It's more put together and you become more productive. I don't know what it is. I don't know the science. It's just the truth. Make your bed and open your curtains and put on music and light a candle. You know, I don't want to go too much into lighting in this because I'm constantly talking about how lighting can improve your space, but we'll quickly touch on that. You have to light a candle. I have a candle lit at all times. If I'm working from home on a certain day, I have a candle lit next to my computer. If I'm having dinner, I always have a candle lit. I buy these ones off of Amazon. They're pretty cheap, and then I can just burn through them and not feel bad. I don't buy expensive ones, and these aren't scented. I just have them lit, and it makes your house feel better, less sad. And that's the goal. And that's why you clicked on this video, because you don't want your house to be sad, right? Okay, let's take a little break to talk about today's sponsor, Milanote. Milanote allows you to collect notes, photos, videos, tasks, all in one place. If you have a creative project coming up, starting with Milanote is super simple. They have 100 available templates that help you with really any type of creative project. As you all know, I am currently in the process of decorating my new Los Angeles home. And once I started using Milanote, it has made my design process so much more simple. One of the main rooms that I am focused on, and I think is going to take the most work, is my garage being turned into an office. So I started with one of Milanote's templates and it quickly transformed into an entire mood board. But what made this process super easy was that I could also add in notes, including dimensions that I needed the desk to be. I truly and honestly really love Milanote. I think it is so helpful for really any project you are working on. Sign up for Milanote with the link in my description and get started on your next creative project. Thanks again, Milanote, for sponsoring this video. You need to create spaces for being together and for being apart. If you live with someone, whether it's your significant other, a roommate, maybe you have a family with kids, whatever it is, you need to create spaces for being together and for being apart. So if you have a roommate, that's a little tougher because there's not always an extra room in the house that you can do that. But that means creating a bedroom that you want to be in, that you can hang out in by yourself when you don't want to be with your roommates in the main room. When I had roommates, I was very clear about that I needed my alone time. I may seem like an extrovert, but I'm actually an introvert, I've learned. I need my alone time. I desperately need space. And my roommates weren't offended. I would just be like, I'm going to hang out in my room tonight. And I would create a space for me to be comfortable in my room. So it wasn't depressing. Like, oh, I can't be out in the family room because I don't want to hang out with my roommates, but I can't be in my room because I hate it. No, you need to create spaces for being together and for being apart. And that really is important when you have kids. I grew up in a suburb of Chicago, and my childhood home had a TV room. We had a living room and a TV room. And I think that was so smart of my parents because my parents are big readers. They don't watch a ton of TV. So why have the main big area be the TV room when they don't want to watch what we're watching? They don't want to hang around in the TV room. So they created a smaller room that was separate from the fireplace room, basically, where that's where you went to go and watch TV. So if you want a space that is separate from, where you hang out and have coffee, and then in this room is where you watch TV, and then in this room is your office. If you have the space to do that, or if there's a way to create that, it is really important. And I don't have kids, but I don't want to watch Coco Melon on every Saturday. I want to be like, hey, you guys go back there and I'll be in here reading my book or whatever it is. Create separate spaces for being together and for being apart. And I'm not saying it's going to cure your sadness, but I think it will help. I really do. You need flowers at all times. Go pick a branch off of your tree in your front yard and put it in a vase. Go pick a flower from the side of the road if it's not from someone's yard, When you're grocery shopping at Trader Joe's or wherever you go to grocery shop, get that bouquet of flowers. It may seem annoying to spend that, but it really can increase your mood. Tell your significant other that you love to have flowers around, and then that can be, their little gift that they get for you every week. And it really helps. And that's the same thing for plants. You always want like a few plants in your house. But for me, I have to have flowers. I don't have any actually right now, but I need to go grocery shopping and I'll probably pick out some tulips. Tulips are the easiest ones to get because they're usually at every grocery store and they're not that expensive and they're so pretty. Get flowers and you'll be less sad. But again, this is not a guarantee, but almost. It will at least boost your mood. It's a proven fact that color helps boost your mood. If you don't like color, we've gone over this, you need to incorporate it in art or throw pillows, or at least in your outfit. There has to be one moment of color in your life a day. Put on a red sweater, have a yellow coffee mug, paint your nails a color. There should be some touch of color somewhere. I personally love colored glassware. I think that's a really easy way to have color in your home, and you're most likely using a glass every day, or if you use a water bottle, get a colored water bottle. There's really easy ways to add color to your space, and that's just a proven thing. Color boosts your mood, so add some color. And my last suggestion is actually so specific, but I come across this time and time again where people just don't have a living room rug. People just not have a living room rug, a rug in your main space. That is so important to have. If you're going to have a sofa, you should 100% have a rug. It doesn't even have to be the best looking rug. You could get something very plain and simple, or you could even get a jute. That's always the cheapest way to go about it. Jutes aren't that comfy, but they are a really easy way to add a rug to your space. But yeah, I've seen so many people just not have a rug in their living room, and you have to have a rug. That texture and that coziness on the floor is so helpful, and it helps tie in the space. So if you don't have a rug in your living room, add it. And same with your bedroom. Those are the two rooms you 100% need a rug in, and it's going to help. Your little feet are going to touch that rug and boom, your depression is cured, Rugs cure depression. I hope you all can take these tips and incorporate them in your space because they're really easy, they're cost effective, and again, I don't guarantee, but they really will help your mood. I curate a space that I want to be in. I want it to be cozy and I want to feel happy. Any little touch to help me feel happy is good because then I'm more productive and then I feel better about myself. And sometimes I'm like, why do I feel like shit today? And then I'm like, oh, it's because I didn't light this candle, I guess. Or sometimes if I'm feeling sad or upset, I will turn on music and it instantly helps. Or I'll take that time in my day to make my bed, open my windows, switch up a few things in my home, and boom. Interiors are so correlated with your mental health and the way you feel. There's got to be studies on this. I feel like I could do an even deeper dive into the studies of how your home really affects your mood. So don't be sad. Don't have a sad home. You can do it. You can make your space just a little bit less sad. And then you feel a little less sad. You know? You don't want your home to be sad because then you're sad. And then everyone else is sad. Also, I have a new series I am working on coming up, which kind of has to do with this type of video and why I made this video. I am going to be going into a subscriber's home and redoing a living room or a space of theirs without buying anything. I want to show you all how you can transform your space with stuff you already have, but I do need some participants in this. So if you're interested in having one of your rooms be rearranged and redone by me and maybe Kate or someone who is willing to help me, send photos of your space to highpaigewassel@gmail.com. And you have to live in Los Angeles. That's the other thing. You have to live in Los Angeles because that's where I'm at. And maybe I'll do other cities in the future. But if you're interested in me coming in and redoing your living room or whatever with no costs, nothing extra, just all of your own stuff, I think that would be a cool concept that you all would like to watch. I would like to watch that. So yeah, send photos to highpaigewassel@gmail.com if you're interested, Los Angeles only, and I'll be in touch. And that's a future video. So stop being sad this year. I don't want to be sad this year. I was so sad last year. I don't want to be sad anymore. And first step is making your house feel the way that you want to feel, you know? All right, cool. Capiche? Goodbye. I'm going to make a tomato salad because I love tomatoes. Tomato basil for breakfast. Goodbye.